I have not gotten any.
Good morning to those who listen. It's 1:15 a.m.
Alerts on my phone.
February 28th, 2026. And the United States and Israel
if I get red alerts,
joint
I will go to the
attacks on Iran has just started.
Sirens going off in Tel Aviv. Well, I just showed the Tel Aviv cam and we couldn't hear anything.
This is Agenda Free TV. He does a really good job with news stories.
That's the Tel Aviv camp.
Just started. There's at least 6 locations in Iran that have been hit.
Hold on.
Supposedly, the Israel, Iraq, and Iran closed their airspace. With Israel,
we have
flights that have permission are allowed in and out. Fairly new story within the last 10 minutes.
Going off in multiple parts of Iran.
Nothing's happening, but Israel is prepared for days
I saw a report
worth of attacks.
Shot, supposedly of a possible Iranian fighter jet flying over Iran. I'll post that in the chat. Let me see what other reports we have coming in. Again, I'm seeing multiple outlets report that Iraq has closed its airspace.
There's not a lot of details right now, but the U.S. and Israel coordinated attacks, strikes in different parts of Iran regime and military targets.
Military and regime targets.
Said it right at the same time, huh? But he doesn't have any video from...
News, Iran says the entire airspace of Iran has been closed.
Well, here we go. Here we go.
OSINT Technical says there are reports of U.S. and Israeli fighters launching missiles at Iran from Iraqi airspace this morning.
Ooh. All right. Maybe I'll check real fast, see if there's any other news. All right, we got NBC News here. This was a little bit earlier.
The feeling there on the ground as we are almost certainly expecting retaliatory strikes in some form.
Special report from NBC News now.
Israel is bracing for that. There has been a specific guidance from the Home Front Command here. The Home Front Command has also banned public gatherings, so no work except for essential work, fire, hospital, anything that deals with the public infrastructure here.
So, early on in here, in the game here.
And when I look out onto the streets right now, seeing very few people, some cars, some traffic moving, but when the initial air raid sirens went off about half an hour ago, we saw
about half an hour ago this started.
Stop their cars, pull off the side of the roads, go into buildings and take shelter, because during the 12-day war.
So we're at 1:20 Central, 2:20 a.m. Eastern Time. I will do another video if we get some more details. There's not much details right now.
Managed to hit targets in Israel and kill civilians. So right now the streets are emptying out and appear to be fairly empty, at least from my vantage point.
All right, Richard Engel, don't go far while we bring in NBC's chief international correspondent, Keir Simmons. He is joining me from Dubai. Keir, it's been a couple minutes since we spoke to you. What else have you been learning from your sources on this preemptive strike on Iran by Israel? We now have confirmation that the U.S. is involved in this.
Yeah, it looks like what appears to be the first reaction from Tehran, from the Iranian regime, if you like. An Iranian member of parliament, Ibrahim Azizi, has just posted on X, because this is the world we live in now, where members of the Iranian government are on X, just the same as members of the Trump administration. So Ibrahim Azizi has just posted on X, "We warned you. Now you have started down a path whose end is no longer in your control." So that's a member of the Iranian parliament. It's
Lots
not
of talk, though.
a member of the Iranian leadership.
Definitely
We should
wars
just
and
say that
rumors
as a
of wars.
caveat. It's not the Ayatollah Khamenei, for example, saying we are about to.
I also heard that the
launch retaliatory
supreme leader of Iran
strikes, but it
is in a secure
clear
location,
suggestion that is
bunker,
the
whatever you want to call it.
Iran might now take. And just listening to your conversation with Courtney and with Richard, I think it's going to be interesting to understand in the hours ahead whether these strikes have targeted Iran's rocket launchers, because one of the issues here has been, and you have been talking about whether there will be retaliatory strikes against Israel, one of the issues here has been that Iran has ballistic missiles. It has long-range ballistic missiles able to target Israel. It also has medium-range and short-range that could target US bases and US allies and partners here in the Gulf, for example, Jordan, for example, neighboring Israel. All of that is a possibility, and that is what is being suggested, I think, by this Iranian member of parliament. Perhaps that, or perhaps another question where we should be looking in the hours and days ahead, is to the Strait of Hormuz, which is the area just off the coast of where I am, which is a very narrow piece of waterway. It's a choke point. 20% of the world's oil and gas travels through the Strait of Hormuz. If Iran attempted to close that strait, and it's been carrying out military exercises in recent days there, including even closing it for a short time, then that would have an impact on oil prices. That would have an impact on the world economy, potentially, depending on how long. Now, you have to think that the US military has prepared for that and has a plan for how to deal with that.
All right, I'm going to leave it here, but I'll be back with more reports
Have these strikes included
if anything major happens. Thanks for watching. God bless.